these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of them.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go, 46.
A first down throw for Prescott. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Elliott, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that. And a loose football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump the ball for their routes, chip away their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Nigel Bradham brings him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it...
Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Great 15, great 15.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go. 280. Here, sit. Black.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Wentz on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got him in, complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
This is Ajayi. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wentz to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's third down.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
And incomplete here on third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
That's it. 81, 81. 82, 82.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Trying to improvise. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Prescott from the gun. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. First down, Prescott. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Third and long for Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Get out, get out. Good.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
Now it's Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Ajayi. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, but still a few chain links short, it appears, with fourth down coming up. They run for it with Ajayi. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. They run with Ajayi. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, Smallwood down to the 25. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And on the ground they go with the running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Come on now, let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Flag.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the kick by Elliott is good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Get over there. Go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Lefty, lefty.
On 2nd down, Scott. Finding room inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. And they'll run it here. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Wrap.
They run again with a giant. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Throwing is Wentz. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Lion. Here,
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Ram.
He'll get it up the middle. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
82.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And Elliott puts this one through. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Prescott to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. Able to spin free. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott over the middle. He hits Austin. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Austin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. sacked back at the 31. Fletcher Cox able to drop him for a loss of a couple. A second down throw for Prescott. He's going to let it go deep for the end. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin, 29 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back. Line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On second down now, Adams. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
4 down, check, 4 down.
They'll try the left side. Scott, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Yes. 81.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wins. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Corey Graham brings him down. Looking to throw. Prescott pushing his way through. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Black. Great.
He's back to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. Doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now they try the right side here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Tate. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Trey 15, Trey 15. Trey 15, Trey 15.
Back to throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with time running out. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And now here come the Cowboys. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
46, 46. Here we go, here we go. All right, hey.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Austin. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Prescott to throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
It's coming now.
And they are able to spike it. Cutting it close, but 2 seconds left on the clock.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
One last shot now for Prescott. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run up a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
And I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall.
Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up know the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros.
Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and I'm these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down.
Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah. Shorty ought to be my me. Oh yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You know that left. Yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Up, downs, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Victory, gold on my neck, Mr. T. Victory, zombie gang rapping that NYC. Victory, ice on my neck like I'm Little Weak.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Kansas City Chiefs. Stephen Gostkowski now has this one teed up, and we are underway from Gillette Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out. Out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes now on first down. Conley's got it over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Caught here by Conley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On first down, Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Mahomes now on first down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Mahomes will try again on second down. He's got the hook up with Conley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away and picks up a big first.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing on first down is Brady. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
On second down, here's Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Michel. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's go.
From the gun on third down, Brady. Gets it to Gordon. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Wait 20! Wait 20! Sugar! Wait, get!
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
On third down, it's White. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And able to find Conley. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Being chased down to him. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go, let's go. Wait.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Brady going to try and throw on third down. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Cordero Patterson, 92 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Mahomes now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Mahomes now on first down. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Chiefs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. And Hill with it over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Caught here by Conley. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more.
The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And, look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find Big 87.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 26-yard line. A give. This is Michelle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Oh, spinning away. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The first carry now for Rex Burkhead. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
White, reset!
On 3rd down. That's White. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots have moved out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Williams. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. On the ground, this is Williams. And he stopped immediately there. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments.
This is caught inside the 15. That one goes for 36 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Butker now to add the extra point. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive starts with a run by White. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Cordero Patterson with his second touchdown of the night. And the Patriots have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and they will take a 7-point lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They begin the drive with Williams. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Now Mahomes. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Now Conley's got it over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They run it again with Williams. And an alley to run. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
You give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
The busy night continues for Williams, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little...
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So the Patriots coming out now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Chris Jones in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Now Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want. Not
at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Brady, eluding the pressure right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On the handoff, it's Michelle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Let's go, let's go. White, we set.
Brady going to give this one to Burkhead. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. He's going to get it running right. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, if we've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000 times. Don't throw late down the middle.
And he did. We see the end result.
Yeah, what you have to do is you've got to make sure you manipulate those defenders with your eyes and your head, maybe even some body movement to move them a little if you're going to come back late down the middle.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was. And
I seen the best of them, 25 to